Good morning, students. I'm your English teacher, and for today, our topic is simple present tense. What we are going to read about simple present tense. What is simple present tense? The simple present tense is when we use a verb to tell about anything that happened continually in the present, like every day, every week, or every month. When we are talking about anything which is happening in a continuous form, like every day I'm doing this, every day I'm taking bath, every day we are eating food. When we are talking about anything which is happening every day or every week I am going for a movie, or every month we are having some exams. Okay, when we are talking about something which happens continually in every day, every week, or every month, we use simple present tense. Now let's see some examples. First point to keep in mind is action that happens regularly or never. Like I never do this. I never means eat non-veg. Okay, so when anything happens regularly or when anything never happens, that is also continuous form, that it will never happen, right? So when the action that happens regularly or it will never happen, then we use simple present tense. Now let's see some examples. She enjoys playing badminton. He goes to school every morning. Father jogs in the park every day. See what father is doing? Jogging. Okay, jogging, he is doing jogs. Jog is the base verb and s is added to the base verb. In the park every day. He goes. Go is the main verb and es is added to the main verb. To the school every morning. This action is happening, see, continuously. She enjoys playing badminton. If I enjoy doing something, if I enjoy painting, if I enjoy playing badminton, if I enjoy cooking, whatever thing, if I am enjoying, I will do it in what? In a continuous manner. Okay. So enjoy is the base verb and s is added to the base verb. Second thing, facts or habits. When there is certain fact that this is the truth, that is the universal truth, then also we use simple present tense. Like one universal truth that happens daily, that is the sun rises in the east. Okay, this thing will every time till the universe is there, every time this thing will happen, the sun will rise in the east. So the sun rises in the east. Only we have added s to the base verb. Second, penguins live in the Antarctica. Penguins live where? In the Antarctica. We all know penguins are means snow loving animals, or the you can say means cold loving animals. Okay, so they will every time ever in their life they will live in Antarctica or any other cold places, right? You can't bring the penguins here. Okay, so this is the fact or the habit which will happen ever. Okay, next point we will see things that will happen in future but arranged in present. Certain things are there that happens in future, like anything which we have planned for the future, but when we will plan today or means in the present time we will plan to happen in the future. Like see the example, next week I go to London. I go to London, it is a fixed thing. Today I have decided that next week I am going to London. Okay, so next week I go to London. This is a fact that will happen in the future but arranged in present. So here also we will use simple present tense. Grandfather retires next year. This is fixed. According to the age, we know at the age of 60 a person retires, and if his age is 59 this year, so next year it is obvious that he will retire, right? So grandfather retires next year. So these are certain facts or something, some examples which are showing where to use simple present tense. Now you will see somewhere I have added s, somewhere I have added es, again s, es. So how we have done this, s or es, where to add s or es, this we will see now. Okay. What is, you can see what is the formula for simple present tense? Subject plus verb, first form. First form of verb should be there. What is first form of verb? That is the base form. Okay. Base form of verb. It resembles the base form of verb, but we add s, es or ies when the subject is in the third person. Okay, what is third person? In grammar, previous classes also I have explained you, like first person, second person and third person, what are they? So what are third person? He, she, it. They are third person. Now let me explain you with examples. So, see here, IES. Where to add IES? See, if I am talking about I, that is the first person, I go, you go, second person, he goes. Okay, here goes. This is the example for ES. Okay, cry, I cry, you cry, she cries. IES. Okay. Now second thing is ES. Actually this is the example for ES only. This example is here, I cry, you cry and she cries. She is the third person, and for she we have changed the base form of verb. For first person and second person the verb is just in their base form. Now ES, added to the verb that follows singular subject and ends in O, SH, CH, X or SS. These are certain alphabets. If the word is ending in these alphabets, we have to add ES. Let's see some example. Goes. See here, go is ending on O. So ES we will be adding. Brushes. Brush, SH. SH is here? Yes, SH is here. Brush. So we will add ES. Teach. CH. See, teaches. Understood? So similarly, like if we say wax, waxes. Okay. Any word which is ending on these alphabets, we will add ES to it. Now S. What is here? S. I have explained you IES. Okay. I have explained you ES. Now S. S is added to the verb that follows singular subject but does not end on these alphabets. When the verb is not ending on these alphabets O, SH, CH, X or double S, if the verb is not ending on these alphabets, we are going to add S to the verb. Okay. Like example, sleeps, departs, eats, rises. See, S, S, S. Now here you can get confused. Rises, ES is there. But no, the base verb is what? Rise, R-I-S-E, rise. And I have added only S, rises. Is it clear? Other important things to keep in mind are what? See, we know different types of sentences are there, and if we are talking about imperative sentence, what is imperative sentence? In our sentence chapter only I have explained you what is imperative sentence. In imperative sentence we give some order or we request something. Okay. So in imperative sentence, verb in base form. The verb will be in the base form only. Like see, example, bring a glass of water. Okay. Here I am ordering someone to bring a glass of water. So bring a glass of water. What is the verb here? Bring is the verb and it is in its base form. Clear? Now, if we talk about interrogative sentence, what is interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence is the sentence in which we ask questions. Okay, if we want to inquire about something, we ask questions. Okay, so in interrogative sentence, does or do, we start the question by does or do. Now you might have confusion where to add does and where to add do. Like how we will start the question with does or how we will start the question with do. When, like when. Does with singular subject. If the subject is singular, that is if we are talking about a single person, then we will start the question with does. Now if we are talking about plural subject, we will start the question with do. Obviously, just keep in mind, every time in interrogative sentence, does or do will be the start of the sentence. Okay, it will be coming before what? Before verb. It should come before verb. See some example. Does she like cooking? Do you watch cartoon? Does or do. These are what? These are to do verb. Okay, we all know what is to do verb. In our previous chapter, in verbs chapter, I have explained you what is to do verb. Now she or you, these are what? These are the subject. Like, watch, these are main verb. Okay, and cooking and cartoon are the predicate part or the other parts of the sentence. So does she like cooking? Keep in mind here, you will ask me, ma'am, she is also single person, you is also single person, but we are adding does and we are adding do here. Why? No dear, you is not single person. If I am talking to you, that doesn't mean I am only talking to a single student. Okay, I can be talking to whole class. You submit your copies. Okay, you can be all the students here. So you is not a single person. You is having the meaning of plural also as well as singular also. I can talk to a single you or I can talk to whole class resembling them as you. Okay. So she, he, it, these are single person and it should have does. You is considered as plural and it should have do. Okay. And what about I? What about I? I is a single person? Yes. But you should keep in mind, I is the strongest person in grammar. I doesn't require any helping verb. This thing also I have explained when I was explaining the verb chapter. Okay. Now certain sentences are negative sentence. You all know what is negative sentence. Negative sentences are those sentences which are having no, not, never in the sentence, which is giving the negative effect. Okay. So in the negative sentence, same thing, does or do will be there, but same concept also. Singular subject does, plural subject do. Like if I say she does not like, she does not like playing. Okay, she does not like playing. Here she is what? She is the subject, that is singular subject. Does not will be added with does, and does we will add. Why? Because with singular subject we add does and with plural subject we add do. Like is what? The main verb. She does not like. Okay. Now in plural subject you can say you do not like eating. You do not like eating. You is here considered as plural subject and it is adding what? It is adding do. We are adding for what? For plural subject. Okay. That's all for today. Our topic simple present tense. I think I have cleared all your doubts. So I don't think you are having any confusion. I just revise again. Simple present tense. Its formula is subject plus verb, base form or the first form. And one more thing, it is used when anything continuously it is having, like anything continuously it is happening, like anything every day, every week, every month, or it is a fact or a habit, then we use simple present tense. Thank you.